Players have a real emotional and physical bond with their bows. Never underestimate the importance of the bow to players and how that bow affects the music they make. A good bow will feel to the player like an extension of their fingers, hand, and arm. Hi, I'm Paul Prier and welcome to Bow Certification, brought to you by JonPaul Bows. In this training video, we'll go over the parts of the bow, the materials used to make a great bow, and what makes a bow play. Whether you're picking out a bow for yourself or helping someone else find the right bow, this information is essential. Let's go to the bow workshop and get started. I'm here in the workshop now, and this is where bows are made. The first thing I want to do is briefly go over the parts of the bow to get to know it better. There is an easy way to memorize the bow's different parts. The names of the different areas of the bow are very human in nature. The furthest extremity of the bow is the head. Other parts on the head are the throat, cheek, nose, etc. The tip is generally made of a different material than the rest of the head and is designed to take the force of any blow that might damage the head. The frog is the wood piece by the handle that holds the hair. It is also humanized with names like the cheek, throat, and eye. The button is the metal piece that turns to tighten and loosen the hair. Take a moment to get acquainted with these parts. Now let's talk about materials. Currently there are 5 materials from which quality bows are made: Pernambuco, Brazil wood, carbon fiber or composites, ipe, and fiberglass. Until recently, the first 2 on the list were the only choices of materials for bows. These were Pernambuco wood, a South American hardwood, and its cousin Brazil wood. Pernambuco was generally reserved for the better bows because it is a denser, stronger wood which makes it faster to spring back when flexed. The world was very content with these 2 woods, and there was really no change for over 200 years. Some 50 years ago, however, fiberglass was introduced to the bow-making world, but it was quickly relegated to the most inexpensive and uncomplicated bows. Within the last 20 years, there have been 2 forces that have added options to the materials used in bowmaking. 1, technologies in carbon fiber and composites have opened up new avenues to explore, and 2, supplies of good Pernambuco wood have dwindled. For the most part, these materials are graded as follows. Fiberglass and Brazil wood are standard for beginning students. Pernambuco, ipe, and carbon fiber are appropriate for intermediate players, and advanced players will appreciate select Pernambuco and fine carbon fiber bows. So what makes a good bow? We must realize how difficult and erroneous it would be to make hard, fast rules about what is or isn't a good bow. There are very good players that play on a wide range of bows with very different qualities. Saying there is only one correct type of bow is like saying there is only one correct size of shoe. Having said that, there are 3 general attributes of a bow that directly affects the way it plays. Understanding how these qualities affect the player and violin will help us understand the bow. The 3 attributes that make a good bow are strength, weight, and balance. When we talk about the strength of a bow, we are referring to the stiffness or resistance of the stick as it is flexed. There is a minimum of strength required to hold the hair and make a sound as it is pulled across the string. Some players prefer a strong bow, or one that resists a lot when pressing the hair towards the stick. Others prefer a softer stick, or one that gives a little as the bow is pressed into the string. One constant is the desire for an articulate stick, or one that comes off the string quick enough to make clear, clean sounds when playing from string to string. This is a function of the strength of the stick and the camber, or bend of the stick. A good camber for a bow is the one that maximizes that particular stick's strength to give the player their desired feel. Sound subjective? You are right, it is. But a good general rule is, a good bow must have the strength to bounce efficiently off the string. The second attribute that makes a good bow is its weight. Over time, there have been general standards set for the weight of a bow: 60 grams for violin, 70 grams for viola, and 80 grams for cello. Of course, there are good bows that vary 1 to 3 grams heavier or lighter than the standard, but the 60, 70, 80 rule is easy to remember for future reference. Lighter is not better with bows. Players may immediately feel an attraction to light bows, but sufficient weight of a bow is necessary to draw out the sound from the string. Too heavy a bow is unwieldy and awkward. The third quality of a bow is its balance. This means the distribution of the weight from button to tip. There is no correct balance point along the stick, only that the bow feels good to the player. In regards to balance, the general rule is the bow is correctly balanced when it feels light and agile in the player's hand. If it is balanced well, the bow can be slightly heavier than normal but feel light in the player's hand. Thus, a balanced bow feels light but has the necessary weight to project the sound from the instrument. We now know the 3 basic attributes of a good bow: strength, weight, and balance. If all these attributes are present, you will be confident in finding a good bow for yourself or anyone you help to find a good bow. Never underestimate the importance of good horsehair. A bow should be rehaired about every 6 to 12 months, depending on how much it is played. Quality horsehair will grip the string and keep that grip for the life of the hair. Here are a few final hints when selecting a bow. If you choose a wood bow, Pernambuco, Ipe, or Brazil wood, make sure the bow is straight and isn't too soft or has a mushy feel. With carbon fiber, make sure the stick is one-piece construction for durability. And with all bows, be sure to check the warranty and rely on businesses and bows with a good reputation. Well, that's about it for bow certification. Hopefully you've learned enough from this training to help others select the right bow or to choose the right bow for yourself. Thank you for listening to Bow Certification from JonPaul Bows. If you would like to take the test to receive your bow certification, please go to the website and follow the instructions.